All right, so if you guys missed yesterday's video, I'll give you a little recap. Basically, I was, driving, everything was going good. Started getting really hot outside. The transmission temp, 220, 225, 230, getting really hot, and the torque converter finally gave out. I already knew the torque converter needed to be replaced because whenever I would go to a stop, even just pulling out of the driveway here, it would want to lock and unlock, and it would be jerking me back and forth just sitting at a stop. And then it finally gave out yesterday. Didn't want to hold any power, so we were getting ready to pull the transmission for the second time and replace that torque converter. It's not going to show up here for a couple days, but it is supposed to rain tomorrow and Friday, so I want to get this out today just so it's already out of the truck and I don't have to come out here in the rain. I would pull it under this carport right here. I know a lot of you guys were saying when I was doing the injection pump to pull it under here. Well, if it's raining, I don't want to get my tractor all in the rain and stuff like that, so we'll just leave it the way it is right here. Last time it took me about 5 hours to get it out because that was my first time pulling a transmission. I believe I can get it done a little bit quicker than that this time, maybe 2 to 3 hours. The hardest part is getting that dang cross member out. The longest part of putting the transmission back in is getting that cross member back in. So I know it's gonna give me some problems, but everything else should go pretty smooth. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right, just took a good 30-45 minute break to get to the point where I'm at right now, which is the only thing I have to do now is put the jack under there, loosen the belt housing bolts, and the transmission should come out. So up until this point, I've been working on this for an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. Not that long, honestly. Last time it took me 5 hours to get everything out. The cross member actually took the shortest amount of time. I actually got it out pretty dang quick, probably less than 5 minutes I got it out, which I'm super happy about. It's gonna be real, hopefully it doesn't take a long time to get it in, but to get it out, got it out super fast this time. But anyway, let's go ahead, throw that jack under there and start undoing those bell housing bolts. Oh, transmission's dropped, boys. and girls if you're watching. Just gotta watch out for these trans lines. Kinda just push them away. Push them out of the way with your foot. There we go. All right, boys, let's see what's going on behind this torque converter and figure out why it's leaking. And Mike, if you're seeing this video, we're not gonna be able to do the thing this weekend, but if you wanna come over and bring the pressure washer so I can pressure wash this transmission and underneath that truck, that'd be great, thank you. Looks like it's leaking from this seal. I replaced that seal too, so I don't know why it's leaking. And we'll figure it out. Alright guys, I'm pretty much done for today. It's got a little bit of cleaning up to do. As far as the transmission, we gotta wait for the new torque converter. I ordered it from Diesel Auto Power yesterday. It hasn't said it's shipped yet, so unfortunately I'm not sure when it's gonna show up. I was hoping that it was gonna be shipped and I was gonna be able to get the estimated time of arrival, ETA, on the package, but we're not gonna know in this video when the new torque converter is gonna show up. We find out where it's leaking from. It's leaking from that seal. I'm not sure if it's the seal itself that's leaking or if there's another O-ring past the pump that maybe got ripped when I threw the torque converter on. I'm not sure. I'm gonna need a slide hammer to pop that pump out. But it is leaking. I didn't see anything leaking from around the pump. The only thing I saw that was leaking was straight where that seal is. So yeah, we figured out where it was leaking from. A new torque converter is on the way soon. And yeah, and it's freaking hot. I gotta cool myself off. I'm super happy that I was able to get this transmission out in about two and a half hours, which was really good for me because last time I took the transmission out, my first time pulling it out, took about 5 hours to do, and it took me about another 5 hours to put it back into the truck. So just for my first time ever, 5 hours out, 5 hours back in, 10 hours for a transmission removal and installation, not including the rebuild. But I did clean off the transmission a little bit. It's still a little bit dirty. You can't beat a pressure washer when you're cleaning off a transmission. But that Gunks Parts cleaner and the detail brush really helped out a lot. Got it really clean. Pressure washer should just blow through that right there. And if you guys didn't know, I'm doing all of this stuff in my front yard, literally in my driveway. I'm doing all this work. I don't have a shop that I'm working in. I don't have a lift. I'm doing everything in my driveway, and pretty much all this stuff that I've really been doing to this truck, besides like the injectors and a couple other things, all this stuff is new to me. I've never changed a wheel hub before. My other truck never needed it. I've never changed out an injection pump before. I've never taken out a transmission before. I've never made that bed before. But what I'm trying to get at is, you don't need a shop, you don't need experience working on this kind of stuff. You kind of need to have a little bit of mechanical knowledge to do this. But if you guys know and want to learn how to do this stuff, most of the time just watch videos of people doing it, and it's not really that hard. I mean, pulling this transmission out, all you gotta do is unbolt some stuff and pretty much just drop it. I mean, there's nothing really to it. Everything's just bolt on, and there you go. You got the transmission out. Yeah, for those of you guys that are giving me a hard time for doing work to this truck, I'm doing it in my driveway, man. I'm trying to learn. If you're gonna hate on someone for learning how to do stuff, then you need to reevaluate your life. I mean, shit talkers don't get me mad. I'm way over that. I don't get mad at shit talkers. It makes me laugh when people talk shit. That people say is like, oh, you have way too many problems with this truck, blah, 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 get rid of it. It's called a project for a reason. It wouldn't be a project if you didn't need to replace stuff. So when people say like, oh, I have a project, 2020 Cummins, I don't consider that a project, because you're not replacing stuff. I mean, you're replacing stuff with brand new parts, but nothing's breaking on that truck and you're going to have to replace it. Pretty much the last couple videos have been me fixing something, and then literally the next day something else goes wrong, and then in that video I'm replacing another thing, and then something else happened. It's literally a cycle, which I don't mind it. It's a project for a reason, like I said. So I'm not gonna get rid of this truck just because it's having a bunch of problems, like you guys are saying. Get rid of the truck, it's having too many problems, go ahead and buy a brand new truck. I like working on trucks like this. Sometimes it's kind of annoying when stuff keeps breaking and I keep having to spend money, but that's the whole channel, guys. When something breaks, we fix it, we get it back on the road, and it's like a game to me. You finish one level and the next level is harder, or maybe not harder, but another thing happens in the next level, if you guys get what I'm saying. But anyway, guys, appreciate you guys watching. Go out and buy a truck, go ahead and fix it. Don't worry about what people say, because in the long run, you're doing you, and that's all that matters. People can do them, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what I like to do, and people can not worry about what I'm doing. So that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video when we get this. Maybe when we get this, I'm not sure. I may have another video planned before that torque converter comes in. But anyway, guys, appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We'll wait for that truck to pass, and we'll see you in the next one. Dippin' Diesel, out.